Marketing agencies near me. Man, why don't I show up? Hi guys, I'm Sam Nudek with New Web Marketing. Today we're going to be talking about how to rank your business in local search results on Google. So let's get into it. Alright, so if you're a business owner or entrepreneur and you've got a business, you've got a storefront, or you provide a service, you want to be found in your local search results on Google so you can get those clicks, start generating those leads and phone calls that's going to help grow your business, right? But one of the biggest frustrations is not showing up. And so today I'm going to use this time to teach you how you can rank with basic SEO practices to get into that first page and show up in those local search results. So first of all, what is local search? Well, local search results are the listings that are shown on search engines, primarily Google, that people are looking for your product or service when they search for keywords or terms in your local area. That is what local search results are, and they basically depend on proximity, your Google My Business profile, your web design, as well as your credibility of your site around the web. So the best place to show up is in that is in the top of the page. You can do that with ads, and then you can show up in what we call the map 3-pack. That is that spot where you see a map listing and then some results, and then also right below that, which is the organic search listings, and that's all right there on the first page of Google, and that's where you want to show up because that's going to get the highest number of clicks. So tell me real quick, does your business show up in those top results? If it does, go ahead and comment yes below. If it doesn't and you might need some help with that, comment no. Alright, so why would you want to be in that top few listings? And the answer is that that's where all the search results happen. The stats on that is like 33% of clicks happen right there in that 3-pack, while another 44% is in those listings right underneath. So you want to be hitting all three if possible, at least showing up in the organic results. So we're going to talk to you about how to do that today, and I've got 4 basic practices, and this is going to be a little bit longer video because I'm going to show you kind of more in detail how to do that. So number 1 is your Google Business Listing Optimization. So you want to take a look at your Google My Business profile, and I don't care if you hate Google, this is the place where you need to be. It's the most important parts of your SEO efforts, and it's the foundations for all these other things you're going to be doing. So make sure that you're verifying your Google listing and that the information is correct. So the first thing is your listing information. That listing information needs to be verified. You need to get that postcard in the mail and verify that your business happens. You can do that simply by searching for your business on Google, going to google.com/business and making sure that you've claimed that profile. And you want to complete all the sections in that profile under the info tab as much as possible. And there's some controversy around this, but whether you service a location or you have a place where people come to you, you always want to have a physical address there. It's just going to help you rank higher overall. If you really don't want people showing up at your house, then I guess you can click the option that says service area, but you're going to get better results if you have a physical address. Then also, your category is super important. Making sure that the category that you list yourself, the primary one on Google, matches exactly what you do to the best of your abilities. That's going to play a major factor, and it's going to help you when we go into the other pieces of this. But once you've made your original profile, you can go in and add some subcategories, 2 or 3 of those. And so you want to go in and select some other categories that make sense with your niche and add that to your profile as well. The next thing for your Google listing is your images. So you want to add images and fill out all these tabs. When you go into images on your Google My Business profile, there's different ones you can add. The inside the store, outside the store, team members, work you've done, offers. You want to fill all those out, but not just uploading some random images. You want images that are accurate to your brand, accurate to what you do, and you want to geotag them. Now, I'm not going to go into geotagging right now. That's a whole nother section, but you can definitely do a quick search and find out how to geotag your images before you upload them. That's going to play a major factor in how you rank. Next thing is reviews. Having reviews on your listing. 5-star reviews, good reviews, and a large number of them. It doesn't really play as much factor in your ranking, but think about it, when you get to the top of that ranking, you're going to want some good reviews there so that you don't look like a loser in that 3-pack once you get there. So making sure you have some good reviews there before you hit the top of the search results will ultimately increase that click-through rate. And then finally, Google My Business Profile has an area for posts. And these posts are, offers, they're events, they're updates on your business that you can put out there, and they last for about 7 days. So this is the one part of this is that's not a set it and forget it type thing. You want to every week upload something new there so that you've got a little bit extra oomph into your profile in the search results. So that's the number one. Going through that Google business listing and optimizing it, filling out as much information as possible, making sure it's accurate, and we're going to use that information throughout the rest of these tips. So the second thing we're going to look at is your website. Okay, your on-page optimization. What on-page means is what you do on your website physically to make it align with your listing profiles so you rank higher. So there's really 5 different things we're going to look at underneath your on-page optimization. The number one is H1 tags. So the biggest title on your website, on your home page, should be included in what's called an H1 tag in HTML code. And that H1 tag is what Google looks at to see what your primary category is. So you want to take that category that you put in your business listing and, if you can, the location of where you want to be found, and get that into that H1 tag in a very creative way, because you don't want to distract from the users. You don't want to land on the web page and see landscaping Battle Creek, and that's all it says. You want to craft that a little bit more so it speaks to the user. I'm a big proponent of making sure that the user experience is just as well as your optimization. So make sure that H1 tag includes that category and hopefully the city that you're trying to be found in, but make it really relatable. The next thing is your mobile experience. Now, Google is a huge stickler for mobile experiences. Over 65% of all searches are done right here on a smartphone, and so Google is very, very adamant about making sure that mobile experience is a great experience. Now, you can use the tool, you can just Google Google Profile Mobile Experience or something like that, and there's a tool that you can use to see what kind of improvements you can do on your website to make it more mobile responsive. But that is, those 2 things are going to be huge in your ranking. The next thing is keyword placement. So that key phrase that we use in your category on your business profile, you're going to want to kind of sprinkle that throughout the page. Now, make it readable, make it make sense. We don't want to spam the page, because Google will see that you're just putting a bunch of keywords in there, and they're going to say, that's not a great experience. You're trying to beat the system, and we're going to kick you out. So they're very picky about that. But find ways to just incorporate it into your copy in just a few places so that it sounds natural, but you're also getting that keyword placement in there. The next thing is schema markup. So this is kind of a more technical thing that talks about the code on the page, but it can be really easy to do once you know how to do it. So schema markup is basically adding your contact information to the code on your website that tells Google directly, this is our information, this is what we want you to know, and this is really good for voice search. So Google looks at that and says, okay, this information matches what's on the profile, and they can tell that this page matches what's on the business listing, and that markup will just help you accelerate that SEO process. And then finally, your footer. So what's in the bottom of your website is important. It's not just a junk drawer. There's stuff that needs to go down there. One good thing to do is embed a Google map with your actual pinned location. That tells Google, hey, you're using our services, and it's verified. It's exactly what we want you to project to your customers, because that's where we want them to find you, right? And then the other thing is your business hours and your contact information. And those business hours and the contact information needs to match what's on your Google My Business profile. You can see how that profile becomes a foundation for when you go to your website. And now when we look at the next thing, which is citations. So the third thing is citations, and citations are mentions of your business anywhere on the web. So a lot of these are business listings like Yelp, Angie's List, Houzz, Home Advisor, or Foursquare, places like that, other business listings that have your name, address, and phone number, and a link back to your website. So you want to find all those locations that you have a profile on, or create some if you don't have them, and verify them, and then do what's called the NAP. N-A-P. NAP. Name, address, phone number. And make sure it's consistent on all the platforms. That'll help you rank higher as well. The last thing we're going to look at is backlinks. Now, you've probably heard this term before. If you haven't, backlinks are links back to your website from credible sources. Now, Google, when they look at your website, they're going to crawl those links on your site, and they're going to see who else is linking back to you. And if they're credible sources, that gives your site more authority. And the more authority you have, the higher you rank. So a good place to start is like the Better Business Bureau, or having someone do a guest blog, or getting involved with your Chamber of Commerce and getting a link on their site back to you. Those are credible sources with lots of what we call domain authority, that when they link back to you, Google says, yes, this is a credible source of information, and they value this website, so we're going to serve that up first. So that is the the 4 things that you want to do to increase your ability to be found in local search results. Your Google My Business profile, your on-page optimization, your backlinks, and your citations. Those 4 things are going to help you grow fast. Now, some of these things take a little bit longer time to build, especially those citations and backlinks, but I know that you can do it, and if you need help, let us know. I'm also going to include a template down below that's kind of like a checklist of all these things, so that you can actually download that checklist, and as you're working on them, check them off. So definitely check out that link. Go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Hit that bell so that you get all our recent notifications. We're going to be cranking out new content every day to help you grow your business. That's our goal here at New Web. We want to help you grow, and we want to see value added to the marketplace. So I'm Sam Nudek with New Web Marketing. We'll catch you next time.